On the continent of Khorvaire, a chance encounter brought 4 intrepid travelers together on the road to adventure. Though they began as strangers, they soon became known as the Hero Squad.
Our heroes find themselves in the Whisper Woods, just west of Askelios, as they search for the missing son of a local rancher. Whilst following a trail deep into the woods to a small clearing near a cave, they were attacked by a gathering of dire badgers who seemed enraged and bloodthirsty. After dispatching of the angry creatures, our heroes caught a glimpse of someone, or something, running back deeper into the woods. So, what would you all like to do? You're in this clearing, you just fought a bunch of badgers, it was pretty messed up. Not gonna lie, you did some pretty horrible things to them. Yes.
Can we skin the badgers?
A lot of them don't have skin left, from what I remember.
Didn't they explode?
Yeah, you kind of
I sort of exploded them, I think.
Are there, I mean, a badger pelt will fetch a pretty penny in town, I would imagine.
I mean, you could try to.
You could try.
I don't know. Legitimately, I don't know if
time.
that's a skill that you would have to be able to properly skin a...
Let's see.
Well, can he improperly skin
Yeah.
it?
That's the thing, is like, you could try. I don't...
Be like, I don't think you want to sell that anymore.
Yeah.
There's like a leg dangling. It looks real bad.
You know, okay, fine.
Do you want like a
Alright.
trophy?
Yeah.
I would like something to remember what
Are
happened
you just gonna
here.
take the feet off of every animal you kill and pin
Who
it
said
to?
feet? I said pelt.
Listen.
I mean, the feet are going to be included in that.
I know.
Rager,
Presumably.
I hand you a foot.
Thank you. This is my lucky badger's foot.
Maybe you should fix
Vile.
that later so it doesn't rot in your pocket.
I don't know how to do that, apparently.
Well, I mean, there's always a town. There's
I
always
feel like
somebody we could see.
survival would be like, if you do you have a high survival?
I
Maybe
mean,
roll
I
that.
have 0 survival.
Survival would probably
So he's
be
gonna
the...
have a rotting foot
Yes.
in his pocket. Oh, this is great.
I have sleight of hand. Does that include feet?
I mean, that's not what it means. Slight...
I'm going to put this foot on a string and tie it around my neck.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
Go ahead.
disgusting.
That
Go ahead
sounds
and do
awful.
that, yeah.
So as for what we want to do, remind me. So we saw people scurrying off in one direction.
You saw
but before
a
we
shape scurry away.
but before we got into the kerfuffle
Yeah.
with the badgers,
Yes.
there was we like saw things in certain directions. One of them was like a cave, right? Did the shape scurry off towards the cave?
No, the other direction.
Okay.
Sort of in the direction that you guys came. Like, kind of back in the direction you came, but like then further deeper into the woods rather than out of the woods.
Did the badgers come out of the cave?
No, they just kind of came from the woods.
The forest.
The shrubbery.
Yeah.
Any of you guys want to check out this cave?
Well, like I saw a thing over there. Do we? It's probably like a badger. I don't know. Like
Do you think
It
it's
didn't-
another badger
I don't know if
that
it was.
was
Mama
apart from the
badger?
group?
It looked bigger than a badger.
Ashford, you roll a perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Perception.
Nice.
What was that?
15, baby.
15.
Plus, you have a very high.
I have an extremely high.
Yeah, it was definitely humanoid.
Okay. So, yeah, definitely wasn't a badger though. Yeah, definitely. I'm remembering now. Definitely like a person-looking kind of thing.
So are you saying no checking the cave? We want to follow that guy?
Well, I don't know who that guy is. Why was he there? Why were the badgers here? Did he cause the badgers?
These are questions we need answered. Let's
so
follow that guy.
we want to follow guy that was just creeping on us with the badgers? Does that sound good to
Yeah.
you guys?
I mean, okay. is
Maybe
there-
hold on. We should have Stealthy McStealth Boy do a little reconnaissance.
in the cave?
Yeah, in case this is a big baddie, like we don't want to. We should see what's going on.
Okay, I can scout the area. Sure. You guys wait here. Maybe
Yeah.
check that cave out. There's gotta be cool. There's always cool stuff in caves.
Is there any footsteps leading? Like, is there any like footprints or anything like that leads into the cave?
Go ahead and roll a perception.
Can I roll a perception?
Everybody
as
can
well?
if you would like to, yeah.
12 plus
Boom! 20.
Natural
12.
20.
20.
All right.
Natty
So 13.
twin.
All right. So, Rhaegar, what you see, you definitely see a lot of activity all over the place in terms of the footsteps. You can see several humanoid footsteps that seem to kind of go into the cave and out of the cave, but mostly animal paw prints for the most part. It's lots of seems to be like the badgers, maybe a couple of boars. It seems like this is an area that a lot of forest traffic passes through.
Okay. Are they sharing the cave together? Did we stumble upon some like Animal Farm type situation?
The cave itself doesn't seem to have a lot of animals going into it, other than maybe there's like some big paw prints of some sort that head into the cave, and then yes, some humanoid footprints that go back and forth. As far as going along the paths and everything like that, though, you see all different manner of footprints. Like it's hard to discern.
Okay. So, you know what? I'm thinking maybe whatever ran into the forest is living in this cave, but they saw us here and was like, I'm out of here.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we spooked him.
We might have spooked them.
I mean, I did throw down my hammer pretty hard.
Dude, you shattered that badger. It was insane.
Yes, it was pretty insane.
It was so messed up.
I mean, it's dark, right?
No, it's sort of like midday, but
No,
it
the
is.
cave,
You
in the
are
cave.
the cave for sure is dark.
it doesn't matter. We can see.
Yeah, we can see in the dark.
All of us elves can see in the dark.
Okay.
But I will say that in the Whisper Woods where you guys are at, it is always pretty dark. It's very, thick foliage all around.
The canopy is thick.
There's always a lot of kind of like natural noise, like of like wind passing through the trees. Kind of why they call it Whisper Wood, right? It like makes a lot of noise and everything. So like it's a very imposing forest that you're in.
Okay.
So you're suggesting Rager here go find out who Shadowy Dude is?
I mean, or we could, if the footprints look like they're coming from the cave and out in the other direction, let's go check out the cave first.
Okay.
Because if this is a guy that lives in this cave, he's not going to go that far.
He's gonna have to come back to his cave home.
That's
But
what
then-
I'm saying.
Then we're not invited.
And maybe there's
is
some
that
wine
rude?
in the cave home. Maybe
Well,
there's
there's no
some.
doorbell.
Stealing this guy's wine now?
We're not stealing it. We're just making ourselves at home. If you owned a cave and had guests over, wouldn't you serve them your finest cave wine?
If I owned a cave and had guests over, would I like weirdly crawl away into the shadows behind a bush?
Maybe if you.
I don't know. Roll for it.
Okay.
You don't say that. I say that. What are you rolling for?
If
Cave
I
wine.
owned a cave,
Cave
if
wine.
I would leave my guests as I weirdly
You rolled a
creeped away,
9?
I rolled a 9.
No, you would
No, I
not.
rolled a 6. No, I wouldn't do that. Okay, so let's go check out this cave.
Yeah.
All right,
let's
so you
go
guys
check
want
out
to
the cave.
examine the cave.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head up to the cave's entrance, and you two with your, I guess you
Yeah,
three,
and Rick.
with your
can all see.
vision. You look in, and it's not a very deep cave, but inside you can see that there seem to be maybe just some like crappy cloth along the ground that maybe someone's been like sleeping on. Just some leaves and everything like that. It seems like a makeshift shelter kind of situation. Nothing too exciting. Honestly.
How far does the cave go?
It's very small. I mean, like it's like you walk in and it's just like a little entry.
Can
area.
I do an investigation roll to check to see if I see any clues of like a human boy
Sure.
child has
Sure,
been
yeah.
living here?
Yeah.
18.
That's
Wow.
That's a 19
Yeah.
plus 2, so 21.
Yeah, it does. It appears like whoever was here hasn't been here for a few days. And you can see that it was very quickly kind of thrown together. And you actually do see some traces of like maybe blood, just like a little tiny bit of blood all over. So it's not like really like profuse or anything like that, but there is just like a little bit like kind of on the canvas and whatnot. So someone was maybe injured.
Okay.
Wait, maybe this is the boy. Maybe this is the kid from town who's missing. He's been sleeping in this cave.
Who's saying that?
Rhaegar's saying that.
Oh,
He's got a voice.
wait. Ah! Where'd you come from?
How can you see, Ash?
I can't! Who's talking now?
Excuse me.
Can I light a fire? Are there any torches or any fire pits?
There's an old fire pit that seems to,
Can I try to light a fire?
if you'd like to.
Okay. Do I have to roll?
Yeah, you need to roll survival.
And not the greatest.
All right,
6.
so you kind of struggle to try and light a fire. Some sparks go up every now and then. Every time Atlas kind of goes ah every time he sees something, but you never really quite get it going.
So while we're going through this thing, can I start looking through like the mounds of clothes that you see on the ground? Maybe there's any like identifying like.
yeah, it's not like mountains of clothes or anything. It's like literally just
No, it's
like
like
a handful.
mound. Yeah,
a handful.
I just want to
of
rifle
cloths.
through the clothes, see if there's
Sure.
anything in there that's like that would be like identifying to the like kid or anybody like that.
I just did that.
Yeah, I mean,
well, you investigated and you found blood.
Right, but I was investigating to see if there were traces of man-child.
yeah.
Oh,
Boy
okay.
child.
Well, I'm also looking for valuables.
Well, you should say that.
So you say you're searching for valuables.
Both.
She's looking for that sweet cave wine.
Oh, not very good.
Ain't nothing.
No.
You don't find anything of value.
Just dirty clothes.
It's just
Gross.
in some blood.
Okay, so we're.
So
I think-
nothing's in here.
I think we have-
We should carry on because there is nothing in here.
Do we
and
carry
this is
on or do we wait for them to come back?
They're not coming back. This cave has been abandoned for a couple days now. No one's coming back.
They don't want these sweet, sweet clothes?
Do you want these sweet?
They're
sweet
just
clothes?
rags.
You could put your foot in it, I guess. Your lucky badger foot.
That's a good idea. Is there a sock around here?
Roll for
Roll
sock.
for it.
Roll for socks.
This is gone.
19!
Yeah, find a sock.
Yay! I put my foot in a sock.
Not your foot, but
The
badger
well,
foot.
it is
Badger
my
foot.
It's your
foot now,
foot,
but
yeah,
not
yeah.
my foot.
Right.
The badger's foot, which is
Right.
my foot.
my badge foot. Okay.
My badger foot.
So now you just need a shoe.
I just need a shoe. You guys be on the lookout for a shoe.
Is there a shoe in the cave, Bryce?
Roll.
6.
You did not find a shoe.
Damn it.
I'm not indulging this
Okay.
kind of behavior. I'm leaving.
I'm leaving as well.
You can't see where you're
Whoever
going.
said that, I'm grabbing onto your shoulder.
Okay, I grab a
Can I
hold
hold
of you
his
too.
hand and lead him out?
I'm just doing that. You
But I
can't-
wanna hold
no.
his hand.
Okay, fine. You have people
Multiple
holding your
hands.
Multiple handholds.
Multiple hands.
Come on.
This
Okay.
this way, Atlas.
The whole time Hex was standing outside, by the way. He didn't come.
Oh,
Hex is still
Hex is there.
I sort of forgot about it.
Can Hex stay in the dark?
Yeah.
See in the dark?
Yeah.
Can he stay? He can stay in
He
the
can
dark.
stay in the dark. He can see in the dark. He can do anything in the dark.
Hex, we're just gonna leave you here.
Can I talk to Hex?
Sure.
Hex, sorry, we weren't ignoring you. We thought we would just save the best input for last.
Obviously, Rhaegar's foot was more important than you.
That's not true. I wanted all the luck on our side, and this is gonna bring us that luck that we need. What do you think about what's happened so far?
What do you mean?
I mean, do you have any ideas onto what? Did you see the figure in the woods?
Yes, they seem to have run off that way.
What did it look like to you?
Some kind of person?
Person. Okay.
Hex,
How good are you at tracking?
That's not really my specialty.
Okay, I was just curious in case you were.
Thank you for asking.
We could have, we could still go and follow him now. I was just wondering if you could
yes,
do it.
I feel like we should go do that.
Okay, let's go.
We're going.
I think that's a good idea.
All right, so you want to
This is my
follow
new
the...
voice for Rhaegar, by the way.
I like it. It's
right.
dark.
So you're all just going to go follow the...
We're gonna follow that. Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys, turn around, start heading into the woods. Everybody roll perception checks.
20.
14.
6.
Actually, that's 15.
That's an 8.
15 plus a bajillion.
So you're able to, follow this one little path, and you kind of notice off to the side what appears to be the tracks of the person that y'all saw before. And as you're doing so, you do start to notice that it does appear that the forest is a little more maintained as you start to follow this path. Okay? The path seems a little clearer, seems a little straighter, and it's heading deeper into the woods for sure. So, y'all came from the east, and you're clearly heading further west, deeper into the Whisper Woods. As you're cresting around a corner, who's in the lead? Who's walking in point?
This one.
Yeah, the guy with all the perception.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
walking point.
No, the one with the armor.
And the perception.
Will you roll a dexterity?
I have a -1 dex.
Ooh, that's not good. That's a good roll,
I
though.
rolled a 50, so 14 total.
A 14? Okay. So, as you're heading down the path, you take one step forward, and your foot gets caught in a rope. Kind of like wraps around your leg.
Like a trap rope.
A trap rope, and it starts to kind of yank you off your feet.
Woo!
Yeah. So make a dex saving throw. Let's
Okay.
see.
Ooh, that's not good. That's really bad.
Oh,
I just
natural
rolled a
one.
natural.
That is a
one.
natural one.
No!
So, you get yanked right up into a tree, and you are hanging upside down. Your shield falls, your hammer falls, your armor is kind of like up over your face like this, and yeah, you are in a bad way. What do you all do?
You guys,
Atlas,
I'm in a tree.
let me cut you down. Can I cut him down?
Can we do it carefully? If he's how high is he up? How high up is he?
Like 20 feet.
Wait.
Wait.
No, I have an idea. We can do this carefully.
What about the big guy?
Well, okay, so as you guys are having this conversation, behind you, a net goes up that kind of blocks you from the path that you walked on. It just kind of
Oh, so
goes
we're not
straight up
in the
behind you.
net. It's just
It's just behind you. It's kind of
behind
blocking
us.
your path. And roll perceptions.
Me too.
No.
12.
13?
17.
Okay. So now you realize that there are a bunch of eyes watching
yeah.
you from the side of the path. They're like all kind of like off into the woods, but you can see them all watching you all. And that's it. Nothing, no action happening. Net up. He's hanging from a tree.
We need to get you down.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Featherfall on you, Ash.
Oh, okay.
So basically,
Call him Atlas.
that's right. I keep. I'm sorry.
Ash lives.
I am a little loopy today because I have had like 2 hours of sleep.
So light as a feather, stiff as a board.
You keep thinking those thoughts.
Okay.
Can I still cut him down?
I think it's best if you cut him down.
I pull out my kazoo and I like whistle a tune, and I've casted Featherfall on you.
We have to buy you a kazoo.
I know.
You do.
I bought you paladin cards.
Okay.
Those are more important than a kazoo.
I have paladin cards.
Rhaegar climbs a tree and cuts him down.
I don't think you have to necessarily climb the tree, do you?
He's 20 feet in the air.
Yeah, but normally the ropes with the rope
ropes gotta
traps
be
are
attached to something.
attached to something
So wait,
on the
does she
base
need to
of the
roll
tree.
anything to cast Featherfall?
No, I think you can cast that just freely, can't you?
Just freely, yeah. And that
Okay.
just uses one of my
It's
spell
so-
slots.
As I'm still tied, am I just like a
now
disinflated balloon?
all of a sudden, your armor starts to like lift up a little bit, and you're kind of like, "What's going on?" And you're kind of swaying with the wind like a lot more. You feel very weird.
But we're gonna get you down safely.
So Rhaegar, you'll need to search for the where the rope is.
Well, isn't that easy?
You can see the one 20 feet up. You're just going to try and climb up to there, or are you going to look for where
No,
the
but
rope's
like,
attached to?
I can see it's also leading down to the ground, can't I?
Somewhere, yeah.
Right,
Well,
but
is
I
it?
mean, isn't it just a matter of following it from the top
Well, he's-
of the rope down?
Right, I'm saying you need to go to there
Sure.
if you're going to go and cut
I want to go to there.
it. Okay, so roll a dex saving throw.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty good. That is 20.
All right, so as you go to try and get to this rope, another net kind of springs up underneath you. But
great.
you, luckily, you have the reflexes that you do, and you're able to roll out of the way. And so this net kind of carries a whole bunch of leaves and everything else straight up into the air. And as you roll forward, another net triggers, and you can see it go straight up into the air. So clearly, there's a lot of traps in this area. You'll need to.
Can I
move
shout to
safely.
the eyeballs?
Sure.
Better luck next time, jerks!
Don't
really trying to-
antagonize them. You don't know who they are.
Sorry.
You apologize to them right now.
Sorry, jerks.
Hey guys,
I take out
still
my-
a balloon up here.
I take out my bow and I'm gonna shoot an arrow at the rope. To free
Okay, you'll definitely
Atlas.
roll a
Please don't hit him.
I'm not sure I like this idea.
roll like you're trying to
But
attack
I'm
the
right
rope.
by the rope now. I dodged 2 nets. Oh, jeez.
What did you roll?
It's
6.
fine, but it's +5, so it's 11.
All right, so you fire, but we're gonna say that misses.
All right.
It kind of like the arrow just goes. You're swaying so much that
Stop moving! You're
as-
making this very difficult.
Atlas, do you even have a knife or anything like that?
Everything fell.
So
Well,
Rhaegar,
you might have
Just jump.
while
a pocket dagger.
while y'all
pocket
are doing
knife?
this, Rhaegar, go ahead and roll another attack.
Oh, that's not very good.
Attack?
Yeah, an attack because he's attacking the rope essentially.
Oh, okay.
Pretty bad. It's 7.
Okay.
No, 8. I'm sorry.
So you swing at the tree where you see the rope, but again another trap springs up. This time it looks more kind of like a like almost like a spike trap, kind of like slams up right in front of you, and so you miss because you dodging away from that. So again, can't quite get it.
Hey, eyeball dudes, this is like an excessive amount of traps. Like you could have killed us by now pretty damn easily with how many there are of you.
I agree.
Why?
This is a lot of traps.
I put down my bow and I put my hands up in the air and I look at the eyeballs. It's like we mean you no harm. We're just looking for somebody, and we're trying to Look for a hot springs as well.
So, as you say, we're looking for somebody. A woman walks kind of a little bit into view, so you can actually see her somewhat. Okay, she's clearly a shifter.
Okay.
She's very tall, and she has 2 sabers kind of raised, kind of ready to fight. And it's clear that there's plenty of other people around. So,
Everyone, put down your weapons.
I didn't even pull out a weapon.
why are you here?
We're looking for a human boy.
A boy child
A boy child.
who went missing.
Hersham.
Did we get it out of OOC? Did we get a name on the boy?
Probably?
Yes,
we did.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
His name was Hersham.
And his name was
yeah,
Hersham.
Hersham. That's the one.
Yes, that is the boy child we are looking for.
Why? What do you want with Hersham?
His
His
father
father-
thinks that you guys killed him.
And we don't believe that.
Did you eat him?
Of course not.
Just had to ask. Look, I wouldn't be doing my duty if I didn't ask.
You think we eat people?
I don't. I'm trying to prove that you don't. I'm on your side.
Then why question it?
These jerks back at the village, they think that you're eating them.
Not to point any fingers here, but you are wearing body parts around your neck right now, so if anyone's eating people here.
I'm not eating. This isn't a person part. This is a badge. Just because it's wearing a person's sock, I understand why you might think it's a person foot.
I'm just saying, when you ask somebody that you don't know whether or not you eat people and you happen to be wearing a body part around your neck, you come off as like, hey, do you eat people? Because
You're wearing leather. I don't say, ooh, you're wearing people skin.
Don't mind the.
I'm still 20 feet up. We can argue about this later.
And as if on cue, right as you say that, another shifter cuts the rope and you slowly fall down.
Can we have like a deflating balloon, like with noise effects going?
What I love is the
That's gonna
idea of you falling and just go like, ah, for a really long time. Hersham is safe with us, but no one is safe here in the forest right now.
Why
Why are you here? Where are you from?
We're from the village.
We're not
We're not
from
from
the
the
village.
I'm not from there, but that's where we came from. Semantics.
No, this is actually very important. Because if you're from the village, then you probably think that us shifters are the ones who are attacking your cattle and destroying your farms, as you've been blaming us for the past months.
They are blaming you. Why don't you tell them that you're not doing it?
Yeah, they don't
They're
quite
not
listen.
going to listen to them.
Why are you on their side all of a sudden?
Aren't you supposed to be on their side?
I'm on nobody's side. I'd like to prove those jerks wrong, but I'm not on anybody's side.
I don't like this one.
You don't
I'll
have
talk
to,
to
do with
you.
your- Yeah.
Good choice. Very good choice.
Why are you here in the forest? This is not somewhere that you just travel into. The Whisper Woods are not safe.
They are not safe, but we wanted to find the missing boy child.
Yes, we found him. He's fine. We're taking care of him. He's not.
right.
He was not well when we found him.
You're taking care. Oh, yeah, he's not well. What's wrong with him?
He was injured.
By what?
He was attacked by the marauders that have set up camp.
There's
They're
marauders. out here?
marauders.
Marauders.
Yes.
We were on a train.
Don't act put out like we should know there's marauders.
You're in our forest, invading our home.
Nobody
and
said anything about invading.
Where do you think you are right now?
Hey, look, this is God's woods.
This is our village. This is our home,
to-
given to us after the last war, which is not even the entirety of our ancestral home. And you walk into here and you tell us that you're not trespassing.
I didn't say we're not trespassing. I just said we're not invading.
So if someone broke into your home and then told you they weren't breaking in, would you listen to them? Especially when they accuse you of eating people.
I'm feeling pretty weird still, but my home isn't filled with traps. You guys have a lot of traps.
Of course, it's a dangerous place.
Yeah, because you put traps everywhere.
Because there's traps everywhere.
Look, I saw you fight those badgers. You know how dangerous this place can be.
True, but your traps didn't do nothing about those badgers, did they?
Well, the badgers didn't come over here.
Look, well, we came here looking for the boy. We just want to make sure he's safe and bring him home. If there's
Well, if
any
the
way,
boy wants to come home,
well,
What-
that is true. If
what-
the boy wants to come home,
it is his choice where he wants to be.
What are your intentions with the boy?
We're trying to save you. You amazing shifter people, you.
That's untrue. He just wants to prove the father wrong and prove that his boy's still alive.
That sounds more honest. We definitely don't need
But
you to save us.
because they're horrible racists.
Well, that's clear.
So I'm kind of on your side.
Yeah, but you came in here accusing us of eating people, so you're...
we also
I didn't accuse you. I just wanted to make it clear that you weren't. Hey, desperate times call for desperate measures. I've eaten a person or two in my time.
Wait, you have?
I'm casting Charm Person on Rhaegar.
Go for it. So, Rhaegar, I think you're gonna need
I have to roll a charisma.
charisma save.
The spell save is 12. The
spell save DC?
Has to get it higher than a
Yeah,
12.
yeah, you
you
got,
got
him. I rolled 6.
All right. So, what do you charm him about?
Rhaegar, I need you to sit there and just look pretty. Don't say anything. Okay?
You got it.
You're such a doll. You're so wonderful. Excellent. Just stay like that.
Why is he looking at me like that?
No, don't look at them. Look at
don't-
me.
I don't like
look
this.
at me. Beautiful. Perfect. All right.
Okay.
So where were we in our conversation? I'm sorry. This one got me off track.
What is it that brings you here?
That was this one trying to prove a point. My sister and I we were traveling on a train, and the train crashed, and we ended up in that horrible, horrible town. It's not even a city, it's a town. And we got mixed up because of this one. And so now we're trying to find the boy child, and that's why we're here.
So you are not from Askelios.
No.
No.
No. Oh, do I look like I'm from Askelios? No. Sorry. I'm just horrified with that town.
But here's the thing. We're out here, we're looking for the child, we make sure we can get him back to his family.
he
However,
wants to go.
it sounds like the town is obviously very confused. If we could prove that it's not you guys, maybe they'll leave you alone. We could take the child back and we can find out who is actually causing these issues.
I'd love it if you could, but I don't think that they're going to listen.
Well, you said there's marauders. If you can give us
Yes.
any information and point us on the way, we could figure out something with them.
Please come with us. Come with us.
All
Let's get out of here.
Rhaegar,
It's
you
not
can
safe to
come
be
with
here.
us.
Okay.
How long does charm last?
I'm looking that up actually right now.
I think it lasts probably like 10 minutes. So you follow them a little bit further down the road into a small village area, right? Just a handful of kind of tents and small homes. Like clearly it's the kind of like a nomadic type of home. They clearly move throughout the forest. There are a collection of, around maybe like 8 to 10 shifters.
We're gonna last an hour.
The charming episode. So you're brought into the village of the shifters. There are, several different, shifters walking around doing all kinds of things. He's just making that face, and I can't.
His eyes are so big right now.
Please never cast that on him again.
Why?
Rhaegar?
Because he's going to be doing this the whole time.
Rhaegar?
Yes.
What does it look like when you're charmed? I've never experienced it. Like, what does the world look different to you?
The world's a beautiful place. It's just so. There's just magic everywhere.
Oh my god.
Do things sound better, taste better, feel better?
Everything sounds amazing. Your voice is like an angel's voice.
Aw,
What about
that's
Atlas?
sweet.
I've never seen such a handsome man in all my life.
Still feeling very floaty.
You make me feel floaty.
So,
Hey, eyes on me.
Sorry.
So the shifter woman who seemed to be in charge of stuff. I'm gonna try and force this forward. He's gonna keep staring at you. She introduces herself as Dawn.
Okay.
Right? So her name is Dawn, and she brings you over to a tent where inside you see a human. He's probably about 20-ish.
Oh, okay.
Is this the boy
Clearly
child?
injured. This is the boy child.
Can we perceive how is he injured?
He looks like one of his legs was probably broken or something, right? His leg is pretty heavily bandaged up.
Okay.
Clearly there's some blood on the bandages and whatnot. So it's still a wound.
Yeah.
And you walk in and he immediately is like, "Oh, have you come from Askelios? Have you come from town?"
Yes.
We have.
Yeah, of course. Your father has been very worried about you.
Yes. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, he's a jerk.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's okay.
Your dad is not the
Well,
nicest.
he's ignorant to say the least. But he's okay. They're all okay.
Yeah, they think you're dead.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise.
How did you hurt your leg?
Well, I was attacked by the marauders that have set up in the middle of the forest. I went looking for our cattle,
Sure.
I followed the trail deep into the woods, and
Was it the marauders that took the cattle?
I suspect so. That's
Sounds like classic marauder activity.
where I followed the trail of blood. I think I saw too much, and I was assaulted. And luckily, Dawn and Cliff and a few of the shifters here were able to save me and bring me out. Why are you laughing? Is
Out
it
of
me?
character, I just think it's funny that there's a shifter named Cliff.
Those are. Again, I draw these names from the Eberron book. So Cliff is like, that is a shifter name.
I just pictured Cliff from Cheers, but as a shifter. Just a mailman shifter.
The next one we're gonna see is Chip and Zip.
He's just got like a big old Cliff.
Okay.
The shifter Cliff.
I mean, now that's his voice,
Oh my
right?
goodness. Hey there, how's it going? I'm Cliff, and John's pack mate, just chilling here. How's it going? So anyway, so yes, Hersham is there. He explains to you essentially, yeah. I was attacked when I found their camp, but luckily the shifters brought me in and saved me. I likely wouldn't have survived had they not. Mm-hmm. And I've been here, resting.
How long have you been here?
Gosh, 3-4 days. I'm not sure really.
I mean, Rhaegar knows more. He actually talked to your father.
Did you? What
You
did
may
he say?
speak.
Yeah, your father, he thought that the shifters ate you. He was sure of it.
Of course he was.
He's very hard to deal with.
He's never liked shifters.
Nobody in that village does. I'll tell you what. Not a nice thing to say. At all.
There's some. There's some, like me.
But you were
Killed
gone.
shifters.
I think that you were the only one. Maybe that's why they got rid of you.
They got rid of me?
Stop talking again. Look at me. Back at me. Eyes at me. So beautiful. You're so wonderful, Rhaegar.
You're very sweet.
Why don't you have yourself a little sit on the ground
Okay.
and let the adults do the talking?
What now? Are you?
Well, we have a couple different options. One, we defeat the marauders and prove to the village, well, at least try to prove that the marauders were the ones that took the cattle.
How do we, do we kill the marauders and then, bring their dead bodies back to the village?
I mean, we could also capture them and
Cliff
then.
speaks up. Oh, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Why is that?
Well, there's a lot of them, I tell you what.
Oh, how
Can
There's
you
like-
give us a number?
Oh, gosh, just a couple dozen.
Okay.
There's a big old group of them, yep, set up right up there up north.
Well, you guys are really good at traps. Maybe we can actually lure them.
Oh, I don't think we're going to lure them out of nothing.
There's also the option to just not front to the marauders at all.
Well, the marauders are obviously.
But they're going to continue to cause problems.
Yeah, for the town, and they're going to continue blaming the shifters.
But the town is also
Right.
full of horrible people.
But the evidence we need is just the kid.
Well, even if we bring the son back, they're not going to believe him. They're going to continue to harass the
Yeah.
shifters.
Well, and I can't go anywhere right now. Not in this state. I can't.
Well, no, well, yeah, but I mean, they're still going to harass, these good people here and think whatever the marauders are doing are obviously the shifters.
or
So
they're going to
shouldn't-
just assume that the shifters are the marauders themselves.
And
they're
they're-
not going to listen to
And
reason.
as much as you try to explain that the shifters are not obviously do anything, they're just going to think that you were charmed.
Ooh,
Rhaegar.
here we go. Brittany, you charm every member of the village.
I can only do it for an hour, and I can only charm 3 other people.
Dawn kind of steps up. We could potentially infiltrate the marauders. We can't because
The
clearly we stand
handlebar
out.
mustache guy just told us that there's a bajillion of them.
Well, see, we're shifters. We stand out. You, though, look a lot like the marauders.
We can do a Trojan horse.
Perhaps you could find out why they're here, because that's what we don't know. And that's what we need to know. Because they've been building up a force. They're searching for something we don't know. They're killing everything they come across.
They're searching
They're
for
attacking the centaurs in the north. They're attacking us here in the west.
You guys, there's centaurs in this forest. There's some cool stuff in this forest.
What if we get... Is there any way we could also get the help of the centaurs and form a giant party to overpower the marauders?
The centaurs are to the north in the valley beyond where the camp of the marauders are. It would be difficult to get an emissary to them.
I see.
We are allied with the centaurs. They won't harm us. We won't harm them.
Just like perception-wise,
Yeah.
how many shifters are there?
Like I said, like 8 to 10.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a small group. So, out of character knowledge that you would have, shifters tend to group together in very small, about 10-ish people. Very nomadic. They don't really form big cities or enclaves or anything like that. So this is just essentially one small family unit. Is what it seems like.
Yeah.
Rhaegar, darling, you are the one that started us off on this quest for boy child. How do you feel about the situation?
I feel really good about everything right now.
So, are you in favor of infiltrating the Marauder base?
What are you in favor of?
A glass of wine, honestly.
I would also like a glass of wine.
You've got fabulous tastes. I ever tell you that you have fabulous tastes?
Thank you.
Because it's true.
Thank you.
I feel like as much as I'd love to wash my hands of everything and go back, we're in too deep. We have to do something about this podunky town and fix them somehow.
We could definitely infiltrate them. I also think maybe if they're as a last resort, if we do need
This
to fight
is
them.
my last resort. Oh my god.
If we
my
do
life
have to
into
fight them,
pieces.
you guys are obviously very adept at making traps. We could obviously lure them somewhere.
Yes,
as well.
perhaps we could maybe set up an ambush or something,
Yeah.
so that if we infiltrate, maybe we could create some kind of distraction. Someone could sneak in, try and get some information, perhaps.
So we infiltrate, we try to learn why they're here,
Yes.
and then we maybe lure them all into one area where you've set up some traps.
Obviously,
If
they're
we
very good
need
at capturing
to.
you, Atlas.
What?
They're very good at capturing you.
Yeah.
Well, don't talk about that. So,
I don't think an attack would be the smartest move, but I do think that having a contingency would make sense.
okay,
But if you're willing to join us in this could be what we need.
sure.
I think
Yeah.
We all are. I feel like Hex is going to have some problems blending in.
Yes. I was going to suggest that he and perhaps you, even with your giant armor and everything, you might have difficulty infiltrating in the same way.
Well, that's fine. Every time I step, I feel like I'm jumping about 5 feet at the moment, so I'm cool with just staying still.
So perhaps you and Hex could...
Yeah, we'll bond. It's fine.
No, I was going to say could join us in the... Never mind.
Let me know if you need me to charm him as well.
I mean, he's very charming.
Well, it's beginning to get late. We could rest for the night.
I think that's a swell idea. We've been walking all day.
In the morning, we could do some reconnaissance.
My feet are rather sore. Do you happen to know if there's a hot springs nearby?
There is no hot springs nearby.
That's
This is the
fine.
Whisperwood. It's about
I mean, it doesn't hurt to
it's a
ask.
snowy forest.
Is
Wait,
it
it's
snowing?
snowing?
It's not snowing right now, but it is a snowy forest generally.
Oh, I had no idea.
That's
I
why
did
a hot
not.
spring
But there could be a
I
hot
did
springs.
not
You
become
never know.
prepared for this.
But the shifters do not know of any hot springs nearby.
All right. Well, I did my due diligence. Yes. Shall we just retire and enjoy each other's company for a little bit?
Yes.
And
indeed.
we can talk of war plans in the morning.
That sounds wonderful. We can
Let us.
make up a place for you to stay. And so they kind of take you over to another tent. You know, it's nothing grand or luxurious, but they've got, places
It'll
you can
do.
sleep and it'll do. It's better than a makeshift camp,
Okay.
you know?
Can I inquire, since you guys obviously are very good at surviving, I imagine there's a ranger or a trapper within your group.
Of course.
Do you think you can help me?
Well, every shifter can.
Do you think you can help our buddy Ranger here? He has a lucky badger's foot that needs to be obviously stuffed.
Well, you can go speak to Frost if you like. Frost could probably help you out in some way. So Frost is clearly another shifter, kind of. Whereas, I guess I didn't really do a good job of describing. So Dawn has kind of like orangey, like orange caramel almost kind of color, like fur, very like fine fur, as all shifters do. They have kind of like fine fur, have sort of feline appearance. Cliff is very tall and thin. All right, has a longer face, a little bit darker skin, long ponytail,
And big bushy.
and a big bushy mustache.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. Frost, very like white, pale kind of fur, shorter hair, kind of broader shouldered. And then there's also River, Rain, and Autumn are the other 3 shifters that you would have met.
I like it.
And they all
Badass.
clearly have their own duties and whatnot. Rain is an older woman shifter, and so she's kind of a little bit, hunched over and whatnot. Has very kind eyes, very bright yellow eyes, and wears kind of like heavy robes. So, if you would like to go talk to Frost, you can.
Yeah,
about
I
your-
grab Rager and we're gonna go over and talk to Frost.
Okay.
I mean, he's still charmed.
Oh, he has the foot.
He does.
Yeah.
Rhaegar,
Yeah.
you have served me well. I disillude charm.
Oh.
You also know that I charmed you, like 100%.
I do.
You're totally aware
You're
of what
totally
Yeah.
aware of what I did to you.
We'll talk about this later. I'm so angry.
Have fun.
Do you want to get your foot fixed?
Wait, is there something wrong with my foot? What'd you do to my foot?
No, the one that you're wearing around your neck.
Oh.
Let's get that properly taken care of so you can keep it.
Thank you.
He's gonna get a shoe for it.
No,
Well,
we're
they're
not
doing
gonna
that.
get you.
I'm just talking with the people and just learning more about them. And I
Okay.
take out my hip flask of gin and drink.
Of course.
All right. So first, let's do
Yeah,
if y'all
okay.
want to talk to Frost.
Yes.
So you introduce yourself to Frost.
Hello, Frost. My name is Christina. Excuse me. It's been a very long day. It's been a very long day. We were told that you were a pretty good trapper, and I assume that you work quite well with leather.
Yes, we have to. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What can I help you with?
I have this foot, and
We were hoping
It's-
to permanently
it's just a keepsake. We
take the sock off of it.
oh yeah, sorry. It's a
Basically,
badger's foot.
he wants to keep it as a memento,
It's
and I want to just help preserve it.
I would like to remember the battle that we shared together, but also you've heard of Lucky Rabbit's foots, right?
No.
Well, there's these things, but you know what I'm thinking? Lucky Badger's foot. Nobody has the Lucky Badger's foot.
That's ridiculous. Everyone knows that badgers are notoriously unlucky.
Do you mind stuffing this for me?
Sure.
Thank you.
So you hand it to him. He, goes and starts messing with it and stuff like that. It'll be a little bit,
Yes.
basically. Yeah. Lucky badgers. It's not ready for it. Is there anything else that you would like to ask?
Do you know of anybody who's very good at sewing?
Yes, we have people here who can sew.
Yeah, great.
All shifters have to know these things.
I have this sock and I want to make it small, like the kind that you would fit on a badger's foot.
You want to make a sock for a badger?
Don't ask. Just come on. I'll pay.
Yeah, I can make
You're
you.
making me feel silly.
We can make you a badger sock. It's fine.
Thank you.
So obviously,
These people are weird.
another
Should've
reason
left
why I
him
came over
charmed.
here is obviously you are quite knowledgeable of these woods, these marauders that
Yes.
are out there. Do you know the direction that they're usually hanging out in?
They've set up camp to the north, a mile or so.
Is it like heavily protected, or is it something?
Very much so. They've
Okay.
set up fences. It's very well built.
Is there an area in this near the camp that we can get a vantage point from?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a cliff that overlooks where we can get a view down below. We frequently scout them because we need to know where they are so that we know that we're safe.
If I give you a parchment, could you possibly draw me a quick map so that we can find the area in the morning?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate it, and I will definitely compensate you for your time.
You don't have to compensate us. We're
Well,
working together.
Well, it's true, but I also feel like a job's.
So yeah, so he quickly jots this little thing down, and it shows a couple of landmarks and points a little dot up to where it would be.
Also, just outside of my knowledge, my sister, she's been looking for a bath. You wouldn't happen to know of any hot springs in the area? She's I don't know if you've seen her. She's very dainty. She definitely would like to have a nice warm bath.
I don't know of any.
It was just
springs.
an off question. Yeah.
Nope.
Obviously, you know the area a lot better than some of the other people we've talked to. So
Yeah, no hot springs.
I appreciate it.
I just want to
Thank
ask
you
an
for
out of
helping.
character question. While I was charmed,
Yeah.
do I retain any knowledge of the conversations that happened while I was charmed?
Yes.
Yes.
No, you have
You know
you have
exactly
full
what
knowledge of
happened.
everything that happened.
Cool,
It's just
thank
more
you.
like you're looking back on yourself and you're all like,
Okay.
It's almost like remembering a weird drunken conversation that you had or
Right.
something.
I just wasn't sure if I could actually add anything to the conversations that happened before, if I'd
yeah.
actually remembered them.
Yeah.
Great.
Brittany, can I have some of that gin?
There you go.
Thank you.
So, Brittany, You also were talking to some of the.
Yeah, we were just, I assume, sitting around a fireplace,
Yes.
eating and drinking and talking, being merry.
So, Rain is there, and Rain clearly appears to be a very important figure to everyone else here, and she, sort of turns to you. She says, like, "So, you don't look at us as monsters.
No.
No.
You look at us as people."
Yeah, I mean, you're people, just like the rest of us.
Good.
Do you want some gin?
Absolutely.
Have some gin. It's a good quality gin.
Takes a swig of it. You humans make the worst alcohol.
I assume you have
some
something
alcohol
better.
that we could maybe try?
Yeah.
Of course.
Also, I only carry elven gin.
Elves make even worse alcohol.
Oh,
So she pulls out like this big like gourd looking thing.
Oh.
And it looks very thick, it almost has like heat like coming off of it. There's like kind of like vapor
Oh, thank
rising
goodness, it's
from
very
it.
cold here.
And sort of puts it out in front of you, and everybody around runs over and like grabs like a little like mug and just kind of like pulls out a big flagon of it, and she says, "Have at it, hurry! It's gonna be gone
thank you.
soon."
Wait, are we there?
Wait, you're not there.
yeah,
they're
you're
not
not
there.
there.
Yeah, you can't partake.
Yeah.
Boom.
Alice, cheers.
Oh, you guys
Enjoy.
got your little things. Okay.
That'll put the silver on you. Yes.
That warms the heart, the soul. I like it.
So then, are you friends with Hersham?
No, didn't meet him until just moments ago.
He's a good boy, Hersham.
He seems.
He seems different from the rest of his family and the rest of the town.
Well, I was hoping to learn more about him. He and Don seem to have made a connection.
Ooh.
Yes. They
Like a romantic connection?
like pack mates. Yes.
Packmates.
It's
They
like Pac-Man, but better.
Wait. No, just
that threw me off. Hold on a second.
wait. How do you know what Pac-Man is?
Fantasy Pac-Man.
Fantasy
I just wasn't
Pac-Man.
ready for that.
I just
Have
like to
you not-
imagine like a clockwork Pac-Man arcade game that exists in some city somewhere where there's knobs
It's
and
steampunk, yeah.
yeah, exactly,
This
and
is a steampunk
levers are
world.
pulled. Exactly, I know. I'm just trying to imagine that Pac-Man game, and it's amazing, and it's blowing my mind.
Have you not played Fantasy Pac-Man before?
It's an amazing game.
Everyone's favorite game.
Yes.
We've played it at many parlors.
It's amazing. It's a very loud, although whirring and clicking.
You
There's
have
a steam
to
whistle.
you harness 4 ghouls. You harness 4 ghouls and 1 pack mule, and you let it run crazy as it
right.
starts eating a whole bunch of corn, and make sure it doesn't get eaten
There's
by
an
the ghouls.
elemental inside of it that runs the whole
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
It's a steam elemental.
There's so many elements to that. Sorry.
Yes, Hersham and Don appear to have made a connection.
Oh, that's so romantic.
like Pac-Man.
Young love.
We hope that perhaps that can help bring our people and their people closer,
Oh, I
so
hope
that
so.
we can end this.
We should write a song about it. And
You're-
sing
you're
it
not
to
I'm
there.
not there.
I know.
Out of character. Is Dawn like his age?
Yeah.
Hersham's age? Okay, just making sure.
You wanted to make sure there wasn't
No,
any.
I already
told
that
you that
their
he was 20.
relationship wasn't weird.
And I already
No.
told you that he was 20.
I like when we met her. I
called him the
had
boy
no
child.
idea.
This is the boy child.
well, he's a
I
boy and
had
he's
no
somebody's
idea
child.
how old this child was
No.
because she kept calling boy child.
Right, but he did say 20. What I thought is like you were
didn't
like,
hear that point.
she is way too old for him.
That's what I was
No.
worried about.
I'm not gonna let a 20-year-old marry a 50-year-old. It's not gonna happen.
That's the weird
Love is
part of
love.
the relationship.
Yeah,
Love
but
is love.
like you're an
Right.
elf. We all age differently.
We all age
exactly.
You're not here, so I'm
I'm
sorry.
not casting any doubt on the relationship. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
I will write a song of this tale, and it will be great. And maybe that will win the hearts of the town
I think that would be delightful.
So, yeah. But, I mean, realistically, with how racist the town is, I would be cautious with introducing the happy couple.
You're not
Boy,
wrong.
is mine.
Not that I have anything against the couple.
No, of course. This is why we're very delicate about this.
Yeah.
We're writing it.
We live in weird times.
Yeah.
Have you noticed anything strange happening?
Well, our train exploded.
Yeah, that would constitute strange. How did your train explode?
So I was working on the train, and these people were here.
We are not here.
We're not here.
Yeah.
Well, you point over at them.
Yeah. They're over there.
They're over there.
All of my
You
friends
see
were
me
there.
like waving a sock.
I can't wait to charm you again. It's gonna be great.
And then all of these like robot cubes and spheres busted in all the windows when we were having a drink, or at least while these guys were having a drink. They didn't offer me one.
You were working. Have you no work ethic?
And then after we totally kicked all those cubes and spheres ass, by the way. After we finished that, somebody robbed the train, and then our friend Hex. Have you seen Hex?
He's literally right there.
Oh, hey, Hex.
Poor Hex! Out of character, I'm sorry. Poor Hex has been nothing but neglected.
We need to put a bell on him.
We do.
Like a cat?
Put a little bell on Hex.
Don't kill the birds.
So then Hex shows up. This is our first time seeing Hex. Pulls out wicked fire sword thing. Laser? I don't know, Hex, what you have. And then...
It's a sword.
And then lady with, like, lightning sword, like, steals something from the cargo train that Hex was protecting. And then she sort of, like, causes the whole train, like, the engine to explode. And then she dives off onto an airship.
Yeah, that's pretty strange.
Yeah.
I've been noticing in the universe that the moons are aligned differently.
Yes.
Something is
Off.
happening.
Sure. That didn't cause the train to explode, just so we're clear.
It could be a portent of the future. What I'm saying is that these things may be connected.
All right.
There are the marauders in the woods, searching for something. Someone blew up your train
Yeah.
to steal something. This worries me.
Yeah, man. I'm worried too.
I had hoped that with the end of the war that this would end, but it seems to be getting worse, not better.
If there's
Wow.
anything I've learned, it's that people are always awful and you cannot trust most people.
Well, as the moon speaker, I will say, I look at you and I see greatness, but I also see reluctance.
Can I ask what a moon speaker does?
Dawn kind of pipes up, like, next to her. She's like, the moon speaker is the one who carries our traditions. The one who reads the universe and tells us what it says to us. How to walk the path.
The path of the universe?
The path that's yet to come.
Okay.
So,
Don't think about it too hard, Alex. Just enjoy this experience.
Cliff sort of like leans over to you and he's like, oh, that's one of our sayings. The path that's yet to come is what we say. It just means like what you're gonna do.
Okay. Thanks, Cliff. That helps.
You're welcome.
He's insane.
I know. I thought it was like a Super Saiyan.
It's one of our super scenes.
Out of character, I feel like you would be very interested in all this talk, especially since you think your power comes from the stars.
I think that I draw power from stars. I don't think that the stars are literally, like, controlling... I don't know.
You don't know what you believe. Out of character.
Well, I believe that perhaps now we should turn in for the evening.
Sure.
And
Oh,
then,
but the night was just getting started.
yes, but I fear this one has maybe had a little bit too much to drink.
This stuff is pretty strong.
That it is. I make it myself.
Ooh. What do you make it out of?
Boars.
I was really hoping you'd ask what it was made out of.
It tastes pretty gamey.
It's fermented boar's milk.
Oh, thank God it's milk.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah.
I still drink it if it was blood, though.
I was thinking urine.
I'll be less inclined to drink it if it was urine.
Urine.
Everyone grab a big old glass of urine and head to bed. So, then you turn in for the evening.
I put on my sleeping hat.
You put on your sleeping
I just
hat.
want you to know.
What's your sleeping hat look like?
Good night, Anna.
For those of you guys listening, Anna is putting on a bonnet.
It's my sleeping bonnet.
Oh, man. So you go to bed, and that's it for right now.
All right. Hey, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that episode of Hero Squad. And if you guys want access to episodes a week early, maybe consider becoming one of our patrons at patreon.com, like all these amazing people have. In addition to receiving awesome rewards, your contributions also help us create original content like Hero Squad and so much more. So if you can, click that link down below. And thanks so much for your support.